football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. It's the reigning AFC champs and the Bengals coming up next.
Don't let it, Cleveland!
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a very sold-out Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round. But he's coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
And Mahomes going to put it up right away. That's caught right side by Worthy. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rice. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 3rd down and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Now here's Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This will be caught by Brown. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. Able to break the tackle and get some breathing room before being brought down just outside the 5. They work now on 2nd and 9. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. 3rd and 2. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That is caught. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he's got a Bengals first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
11 MT, 11, 11. 11 MT, 180.
Burrow looking to pass. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll get this up to midfield. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From midfield now, Burrow. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Play action. It's Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off, because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
11 mighty. Sahad.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 3rd and 12. Here's Burrow. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. and this will be a 45-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good, and the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
That'll be caught by Rice. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Mahomes to throw once more. Got a man. It's Brown. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down. Mahomes going to throw. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5. And again, it's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the football as they've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Pacheco will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Connecting with Burton here over the middle. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down.
Gun. Stop.
An inside give, Brown. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. They'll come up 2nd and 7 as they've got it as we resume action. Burrow on play action. He finds his man, complete. That's Brown. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. I tell you what, if this is any quarterback other than Patrick Mahomes, I'm telling you how this is an ill-advised throw. But 15 is so good on the move with all those different arm angles and releases that all I'm saying now is that's a gorgeous play.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Over the middle here to Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. In motion, the tight end, Kelce. Now Mahomes.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Butker's kick here is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Cincinnati set to take over once again.
Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
It's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Burrow.
Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
In motion goes the tight end.
To the air again, Burrow.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Brown.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Burrow looking to pass.
That's to the pylon and incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than... And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level. Evan McPherson for the extra point.
And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And able to get this out to the 25. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again.
And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And it's straight. It's Pacheco.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
That's complete. Left side to Worthy.
And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Jones on the return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And Chase will go in motion left. Now it's Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Burrow will throw. He will find his man Chase complete. He's to the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 67 yards. And the Bengals have moved out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. Throwing now is Mahomes. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end Gray. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now here's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15. Mahomes going to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll get this complete to Worthy. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The ball under 32. It's 2nd and 2. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Now it's Mahomes again. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
In motion, the tight end, Kelce. From the gun, it's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelce. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Mahomes now to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. In motion, the tight end, Kelce. And again, it's Mahomes. He's got it. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. To throw, it's Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Butker's kick here is good.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
1 second, all that remains.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
The Bengals got a strong performance in that first half by Joey B. Their quarterback, Joe Burrow. He had a touchdown pass in that first half, helping his guys to a halftime advantage. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bengal offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Play action. It's Burrow. He's got Burton here. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. Now it's Burrow. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
From the gun, a give to Brown.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got a man. It's Brown.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And Kelce's going to have a Chiefs first down as he's up to the 40-yard line. Now Mahomes. He's going to find his tight end Gray complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's got Brown on the out route complete. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well, and a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Quick throw there is incomplete. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, So good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Mahomes to throw once more. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Butker's kick here is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And Chase going to pick up a Bengals 1st down as he's up to the 44-yard line. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. McPherson now for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Rice. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. In motion, the tight end, Kelce. Now here's Mahomes. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes.
He's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Here we go.
This is Brown going up the middle.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown.
And able to get this to the 31.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. Burrow looking to pass. Now a short one to Gesicki. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pick.
He'll swing this out to Moss.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple.
11 coming.
They go play action with Burrow.
That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new.
And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TV. Joe Burrow, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates. I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Mahomes going to throw.
That's complete, left side to Worthy.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Mahomes.
That ball caught. It's Rice.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
He'll drop this off to Pacheco.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, a 22. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run here with Pacheco.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs get a bit closer. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bengals set to take over.
And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow.
And he'll find Chase on the right side complete.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Mahomes now to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelce. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Here's Mahomes to throw.
He'll get this complete to Worthy.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. The tight end Kelce has it over the middle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Holding offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
And again, it's Mahomes.
Got a man over the middle, Worthy.
It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. In motion, the tight end, Kelce. Now Mahomes.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Mahomes.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's into the hands of Worthy. He's got room to roam.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
In motion, the tight end, Kelce. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Mahomes to throw once more. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Here's Pacheco.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Chiefs have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. They're going to try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, fourth quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Burrow will throw. And that one complete once. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Gun. Dad.
Here's Burrow. Able to find Higgins. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. Here's a give to Brown. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 2nd down and 3. They give it to Brown. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
When we say the game's on the line, I don't think we're overstating it here. These next few plays could very well decide this one. Advantage defense there on 1st and goal as they're able to get in and force the loss on that play.
Now the first carry for Zach Moss. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Well, sometimes you get a mismatch in these divisional round games. Not here. This has been everything we could have hoped for.
Okay, Brandon, don't get mad at me, but it's time for the old cliche.
Bring it.
Neither of these teams deserves to lose, but in the end, it's looking like the late field goal is going to be the difference in this game.
That's a good cliche. We'll let that one go. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship, and do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.
It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.